Chimichangas and Fat Mans. I have no idea what I was doing there. None whatsoever. Trying to look all serious. Hey guys, it is I, Steve, also known as Sly Cooper 88, and I will of course be doing another playthrough. However, this time, guys, since I don't got one of those fancy face cams that you see Jacksepticeye and Dashy and a lot of other people have, um, I'm going to be moving the laptop to my actual lap. No pun intended, or pun intended, depending on how you want to look at that. But I'll be showing you a game that I have the demo for. I might actually end up purchasing it because it's actually kind of fun. It's called Tennis in the Face. It's apparently where you play an ex-pro tennis player whose career was destroyed by energy drinks, and you have to stop an entire infected city and the energy drink corporation by basically shooting tennis balls at them. Sounds like fun. It actually is. But I also, guys, have a couple of other things that I will be talking about throughout this as well. Try not to make it too long, but I am going to talk about Hooligan Alley comics and promote our GoFundMe and what have you. Unfortunately, I don't know if I can post a link. Let me actually check here. I don't think that I can, but I will see here, guys. I'm looking right now. And no, but I'll find a way to insert the link later on into the actual video description when I'm doing stuff. But help promote Hooligan Alley Comics, especially since, guys, we are only like a week or two away from doing the Central PA Comic Con. Myself and JW Sims, the founder of Hooligan Alley Comics and the artist and for now temporary writer of Darkest Night. He's can't get too much into it. I'm still fairly new to the whole like getting into comics professionally field, so I'm trying to think very carefully about what I'm going to say. But I can tell you guys professionally that I am very excited. First convention and first like title, even if it's just like an issue, guys. I'm very excited by this. Um, Definitely, I'm not a religious guy, but I definitely do have to count my blessings on that. I very much am grateful that I was given the opportunity that I was given. I'm not really all that nervous about the convention. Like, I'm more nervous about it being canceled than actually being there, meeting people. Like, if I would, like, meeting you guys is not going to be all that weird for me. The only thing that I will admit is that in public, I'm a little bit more shy and a little bit more reserved. But once I get to know you and you get to know me, um, for better, for worse, obviously, from watching me in these YouTube videos, you'll get to kind of see, that I'm the same kind of person that I am on here. I'm not quite as loud and obnoxious, because this is the internet. I like trolling people just as much as they love trolling me. I'm sorry if I'm playing with like my jowl or my neck there. I don't like. I take after my dad. My dad's got this weird like double chin thing going on, like this weird jowl thing. You know, just looks weird when I tilt my head down. Oh well. But regardless, guys, we're going to get to Tennis in the Face, and I'll be talking while I'm playing this because I don't think you guys want to look at my face all that much, especially since the title implies that there is a game. Really wish I had one of those fancy like camera things, like camera digital recorder things. Oh, got my laptop caught up here. There we go. Trust me, trying to guide this thing is not easy. I may try to, if I can. Bear with me here, guys. I got an idea. Ooh, please tell me I'm not pulling something I'm not supposed to be pulling. Okay, good. Ugh. Yay! Man, I look more older from this angle. But okay, let me grab this. Sorry if it's not quite in center. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to be talking right beside this thing. Hopefully it'll catch good audio. I have a feeling it will. I'm sure you guys can barely hear that, but this music reminds me of like Kid Chameleon. Just a little bit. Look at the clown. He looks like a crackhead. Like a serious crackhead. And boom! Man, look at the way he falls in slow motion. Yo. Oh, he's going. Oh man, he almost had it. He botched the landing. But anyhow, wow, I can't believe I actually ricocheted. Look at that one clown. I knocked all three of them on their butts. Oh wait, man. I. But anyhow, guys, yeah, I was freaking. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh man, I can't believe that actually did that. Look at their heads. Look like they were sucking their thumbs for a moment. But Hooligan Alley Comics, guys, it was a company started by. Wow, really? That's it? Maybe later. Maybe later, bro. Oh, man. And this is going to be a challenging one. See, notice I'm not saying anything now. I'm trying to concentrate. Ooh, headshots. Yeah, finally got that one. But yeah, Hooligan Alley Comics, guys, was started by J.W. Sims. I mean, it started as an idea that J.W. had, and his first title was one that he had, contracted while he was by himself for a while, which was Darkest Night. But he didn't want to create like a standard, like futuristic story. So JW thought of the idea of, well, what's, a couple of things that nobody really sees in genres. Well, he came up with the idea, guys, of, well, why not, vampire, aside from vampires, it's also going to have werewolves and it's going to have mechs. Something that I'm sure most of you are going to be like, well, what the hell does that have to do with anything? Well, the story follows Elric Stormborn, who is a cop in Hales Point, a fictional city very reminiscent, I guess you could say, of like Mad Max and Blade Runner. Okay, you know what? I'm not actually focusing like I probably should. Let me pause the game here for a moment. It's basically follows Elric Stormborn, who is a cop. He's a cop in the fictional city of Hales Point. When he wakes up, he doesn't remember who he is. He has short-term memory. Basically, all of his memories. He basically serves, I guess you could say, like short-term memory version of amnesia. That's the best way to describe it. A woman from his past named Miko discovers him, and before she can tell him basically who he is, he's chased by a group called the Mercs, which are three sadistic bounty hunters. Of course, they escape, but the thing that makes it very intriguing is that the entire first issue, which hopefully, fingers crossed, will be released pretty soon, we are, I'm trying not to say so many ums and stutter, but it's quite difficult for me to give the sales pitch without you guys actually looking at pages, which you can actually find if you go to the Hooligan Alley Productions page or Hooligan Alley Comics, because we were originally going to call it, Hooligan Alley Productions. That's what JW was originally going to call it. And he now is calling it Hooligan Alley Comics, and so on and so forth. It's one of those kinds of deals where he was trying to figure out a name. But we got a lot of other projects besides Darkest Night. Darkest Night is the first project that JW wanted to get out. I had responded, and from what I've deduced, I helped write the script for the first issue, and it got broken down, and a lot of elements were put in for issue 2. So I might get a co-writing credit for issue 2. I'm not going to say at the time of this video. All I know is I'm getting credit for helping write issue 1. And I'm going to be at Central PA Comic Con helping, to introduce this first issue. And the question that I got asked was, do I feel like writing the first issue was a bad thing? No, it was very challenging. When I say it's not a bad thing, I mean the lesson that's involved. The lesson I learned was that I wasn't ready to write mainstream comics quite yet. Which, most people would look at it and just go, well, that's kind of really sad. Not really. Not really, guys, because you kind of got to understand that, if I'm not ready to get a whole first issue out on a comic book, then that means that I would need to switch to something lower. And luckily, JW did have that, guys, had it available. I'm very fortunate and very grateful for that. Even if, it does kind of make me feel like I just basically did not bring my best, shall we say. But unfortunately, guys, that's life. Beggars can't be choosers. But I'm very happy with where the book is headed. I dig the story. I fully support the story. I support anything that we got for Hooligan Alley Comics coming out. Yes, our first issue, the first issue of Darkest Night, hopefully will be out this week or sometime next week. It's going to, from the way JW and I were talking, the first issue, we originally had a little bit of time, but some things happen that, just everyday stuff, guys. That's the best way to put it. Everyday stuff happened, and now there's, like I guess you could say, like, it's like it's more deadline for JW, and I feel sorry for him because I really don't want him to have to end up. Yeah, that's real professional. Yawn while I'm sitting here talking. I'll tell you, if it's not one thing or another, guys, when I'm speaking and doing these vlogs and doing something, if I'm not yawning, then I'm getting easily distracted, or I'm just going, I really got to work on that. As I've been trolled on for my lesser known but awesome heroes videos that I did 2 years ago. I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not the best motivational speaker. I'm not the best public speaker either. So I'm still trying. I still stutter, I still say and I still try to struggle to gather my thoughts. It happens. It's not something you should hold against me, I feel. But anyway, rambling on as I am. Yeah, the first issue will be out. We will be at Central PA Comic Con. It'll be held at it was originally the Holiday Inn, but now it's called the Wyndham Gardens. They have a conference center up in York. It's going to be held in York, Pennsylvania. So anybody who is in the PA area or Maryland or any of the surrounding areas or is able to travel there that is a fan of me, a subscriber or so, or has happened to see me on Facebook, whatever. Yeah, stop by, say hi. Hopefully you'll read the first issue of Darkest Night and you will support the project and help support Hooligan Alley Comics. We got a lot of good things, guys, coming out. I mean, for me, I've had the most creative fun and the most relaxing freedom doing short anthology stories that may lead to ongoings. And those ongoings, hopefully, people will like that and they'll get to see some ongoings for for these characters. And even if people don't much care for them at first or don't notice them, I'm okay with that because I'm still going to do them for me. But I have a couple. I wrote 5 stories, and I feel 5 was a good stopping point. Although I won't lie that I probably should jump right back into it because I only wanted to take like a little bit of time to myself. But I may do that after Central PA Comic Con, guys. Right now I just want to be focused. I want to be prepared. Because this is a big deal for me, guys. It really is. It's a big deal that I'm going to a convention and going there to exhibit. Get back to the game here. But it's a big deal for me to be able to go in and exhibit at a convention. Because I mean, how would you feel if you got if you went to a convention and you found out that something you helped write actually got published? I mean, guys, that for me is a big deal. It really is. It's a hell of a deal to me to be able to get all this stuff done. I'm gonna actually quit this. I know I realize that the videos is me playing it, but honestly, I think we're gonna spruce it up. Start out playing this and move on to something else. Yeah, as you can tell, guys, I haven't played my PS4 that much, so I'm trying to get a couple of games and other things to hold me over. And yes, I did buy Surgeon Simulator for those who actually just saw that. I actually went there. I actually did it. And part of me wishes I hadn't, but there was no trial, and I thought, hey, it'd make for a great rage play. Listening to me scream and curse as I'm trying to transplant a heart. But, and of course, you saw Outlast. Yes, I decided to buy a horror game because doing Slender wasn't bad enough, right? But anyway, yeah, I want to talk about, yeah, I realize I'm rambling on about Hooligan Alley and I'm not giving much detail, guys, but it's very difficult being a fledgling creator or being somebody that's working in professionally in the comics field now. I mean, yeah, it's indies, guys. It's indies, and it's not like top tier. Like, no, it's not. But it's still important to me to try to keep some sense of professionalism and secrecy and respect for the people that I have gotten to network with or even work with, etc. Because I don't want to be one of those people that I work in a field where I have an infamous reputation unless it's by my own doing and it's purposeful. Like, I'm not the kind of person. I mean, it for me overall, it is a brand new field. It's something new. It is something different for me. It's like I want to tell you guys, but I can't tell you guys. It's just like you see in every interview with every comic pro that we love. They want to tell you the story, but they're contractually obligated, or they just don't want to ruin the story. They want you to buy the book. That's kind of the way that I feel right now. I want to tell you about Darkest Night in great detail, but I really don't want to ruin the mystique of that first issue because then you guys won't buy it. You won't be intrigued. But neither will me having my lame salesman pitch that I'm doing right now. But what I do want to tell you guys is that it's very important to me. Those of you that have gotten to know me through YouTube, through Facebook, etc., it does mean a lot to me to have this opportunity, to actually be doing this. I mean, if you had asked me last year, I mean, just going to Baltimore Comic Con was enough for me, guys, but to then right around, Christmas time, or even a little bit earlier than that, actually getting my first, professional like writing job. I mean, I'm not being arrogant and I'm not being brash or saying, "Oh, well, look at what I'm doing compared to you." That's not what I'm doing. I'm excited, but I'm also trying to be dignified by doing it. because I don't want any of you who are aspiring creators to feel like I'm putting you down, because I put myself down. I was very critical of myself when I was working on issue 1 for Darkest Night. Do I regret the decision that I made um, to write out the entire script and let JW edit it? No. Because A, it's his story, it's his book, and B, I just finally had to tap out after a while. I'm like, I was putting too much pressure on myself to get the story right, to get it how JW liked, to get it where I liked it, to where there was a little bit of compromise where I could add my own creativity to it, but still keep to his original idea. And I learned firsthand that writing from somebody else's script didn't necessarily work for me, guys. I'm the kind of creative person that I like telling my own stories. So to be able to do, from Grace, which is the anthology series that we hope to release right around summertime, hopefully, that will work out a lot better, guys, because you'll get to really see my creativity. You'll get to see, I've got, like a horror series that I want to try to do. I got like a supernatural anti-heroic character that I'm working on. I got a teen superhero that's I'm trying to make somewhat all ages. So I have a lot of ideas, guys, that are floating around my head that I really want to keep in mind. And that's really all I can say about that. That's all I really can truly divulge to you guys, is that this is important to me. This does mean a lot to me, and rightfully so. It's not often that a person gets to achieve something that they've wanted to do most of their lives, but never had the confidence to. And it's very sad when you really don't get the opportunity to. You kind of, a lot of people fall to the wayside. And it's very sad when they do, because you see so many talented people that just kind of fade away because they can't take it. They feel they are not worthy of what they are producing. And the sad part is that most of those people have such talent and such skills. That, guys, is why I am trying to not be hard on myself. Because I understand by my own account that I am I am not the greatest person in the world. I'm not the greatest writer. I'm not afraid to admit those, but a lot of people don't think that way for themselves. Me, I can tell from experience, I really can, that it's understandable to be a little bit fearful to go outside within your own reasons, your comfort zone. Writing is a very vulnerable field, guys. You'd think, oh, well, it's easy to write a book, it's easy to write this, but the more you write and the more you realize this is going to be out in the public eye, this is you allowing yourself that vulnerability. There's going to be a moment where some people are going to look and they're not going to know what to do, and they're going to start hyperventilating, and they're going to start questioning, am I making the right decision? Could I make the right decision? What if nobody likes the book that I'm creating? Yeah, sorry guys. What if nobody likes what I'm writing? What if people think I'm a hack? What if I fall to the wayside and I never make it? These are things people think about, and it's normal to think that way. For those of you who are writing a book or are aspiring to want to write, it's normal to have those feelings. I have those feelings. I have that anxiety and stress and depression. I think the greatest thing for me is that I've dealing with depression as I have in my life, being, stressing myself out over wanting to find a sense of direction, but never wanting any help for it, any of that stuff. I think in retrospect, that prepared me for breaking into the field of writing because I'm going in, guys, with no expectations. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. And it may go beyond making any financial sense for me to keep writing. But it's a lot better than being where I was depressed, where I didn't know what I wanted to do. Blah, 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 sad little violin music. Playing the 60s or 70s Incredible Hulk theme with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Bill Bixby walking down the street with the sad piano music. Yeah, that's. I still get stressed out. I still get depressed, guys. It happens. But I'll tell you something. It doesn't always have to happen. It doesn't. It doesn't always have to really happen. I'm going to turn this back on. It doesn't have to happen. It really doesn't. What the hell? Oh, that's oh, it took off from where the demo was. Okay, I see what they're doing there. I see what they're doing there. That's clever. That's clever. I like it. Oh crap, I think I aimed too high. Yep, I aimed too high. Ah, I don't like that. But anyway. Where's that ping-ponging to? Ooh! Oh, come on. I missed the clown. Hmm, that was messed up. Oh, man, I took him out. That was by barely. But that's all I'm saying to those of you who aspire to want to write and do all of this. Guys, don't be afraid. You should never feel like you should be afraid whatsoever. Because I'll tell you, the greatest joy is when you actually achieve that goal. I mean, guys, seeing my name on the preview issue, which we still have available, by the way. Last I checked. Oh, he hit him in the face with his ass. Oh man, it was like a domino effect. Oh, he hit that dude with his ass. That was funky fresh. But Yeah, that's all I'm saying, guys, is, have a little bit of faith in yourselves. I realize that that's easier said than done, but you should never lose faith in yourself. Never. Should never lose faith. You'll get there one day, guys, trust me. Like I said, I never ever thought that I was going to be where I'm at right now. I figured it would take me a couple of years actually to get to where I'm at right now. It's all a matter of perspective. It really is. It really truly is a matter of perspective, and okay, that ball is not going to go where I want it to go. That's lovely. Really? You're going to bounce up there? Ooh, please hit that dude. Please hit him. Well, that didn't work out like I thought. Ping pong. Ding dong. Oh, I almost took that dude out. Ooh, ooh, he's about to do a front flip. Oh man, he just front flipped. Yo. Oh, he is not gonna. Oh man, I would have laughed if he had flipped. Man, that dude must work out. Why is he being held up by his arms? Oh, there we go. Now he's falling normally. That was weird. This game breaks the laws of physics. But then again, that should have already been known. Oh man, that dude just got punched right in the cornhole by his buddy. Man. But anyhow, guys, I I realize that yeah, I'm playing this more than I am, talking. But this is a fun game, guys. And it's on PS4, obviously, for those of you who could tell by the icon screening. Yeah, this is a PlayStation game. Oh, I think that hit him right in the balls. I think that hit him right in the balls. Oh, why is that thing? Oh, come on, really? Oh well. Huh. I'm facing riot cops. What? How did that serve miss? Ooh. No, man. No. No, we're playing that again. Yo, did that blow up? Did he just have donuts shoot out of him? I blew these cops up with energy drinks, and they shot out donuts. That's cool. But anyway, guys, yeah, I'm looking forward to this being the first time I do a convention. It, okay, that should not have worked like it did. Hmm. Oh, the cops are holding donuts. That's why. Man, that dude was holding on to his donut really tight. Oh, come on. Oh, yo, land on your buddy. Land on your buddy. Ooh. Oh, no. No, why is he on the wall? What the hell? Oh, that was great. Chaos in the streets. Clunk. Man, I did not expect that to work. But the scheduling for the Central PA Comic Con, because I did say that I was going to at least give you guys that. Yeah, Central PA Comic Con guys will start. It'll start shortly in March, guys. It'll be March 14th and 15th, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 14th and 15th. Wow, really? Really? Good God, that just took all them out. Oh, this one's gonna be genius. Man, that worked. That definitely worked. But yeah, it's the third. Actually, I could look it up right now. Matter of fact, let me pause this. Let me pause this, guys. I'm gonna look this up right now, just so that way I can confirm to you guys. Ah, here we go. Yeah, first time making a comic, first time doing all of this stuff. What the? Yep, here we go. 14th and 15th. Yep. Oh, excuse me. And of course, you can go to the Central PA Comic Con website. They do have a website, guys. I realize I'm doing more gameplay than promoting Hooligan Alley, but guys, we got a couple of other things that are coming out. And I'll tell you, it's going to be grand. Because I'll tell you, it's going to be grand, guys. We, aside from Darkest Night, we're going to have one called Fall from Grace, which will be a teen superhero-esque story. I think you guys will definitely. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's a teen superhero story. I can't divulge more than that, guys, but all I will say is that there will be a lot of fun within, this particular series. But yeah, we got Fall from Grace. Then after that we'll have Tales from Grace, which is our anthology series focusing more on the city and other characters that reside within that world. And then we got another one that I can't divulge into. Not going to divulge into it too much, guys, but all I will say is that the next story, the idea that JW has, is certainly one that I think a lot of people will enjoy. I know I most certainly will enjoy it. Something that all I can say is it will be very reminiscent of 90s Image. But yeah, Mhm. Yeah, it'll be I think a great experience, guys, to be doing a convention by myself. Not by myself. Okay, I'm getting distracted and getting tongue tied here. Take two, try again. It will be fun to be at a convention, interacting with other comic fans, interacting with the general public. It'll it'll be fun in general, guys, to be able to to meet with other comic fans and to be able to give sagely advice. Move the camera away from here. Yeah, it'd be great to give sagely advice to other aspiring creators, but not in like the arrogant fashion. For me, it's just a lot of it is basic pointers. Just stuff that is more meant to let people that are in the same position that I'm in, or was in, to be more specific, in terms of lack of confidence, lack of self-esteem, and really kind of, encourage people. I'm all about encouragement. I think everybody can do their best depending on how motivated they are. For me, it took till me going to Baltimore Comic Con and seeing for myself that it's not impossible. And it's not, guys. It's not impossible. Those words of encouragement I can give you, it's not impossible. It's going to be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but it's not impossible. I say this even though the book, the first issue of Darkest Night hasn't been published yet. I'm excited more by the prospect that I actually did it as opposed to the book coming out. But once the book comes out, yeah, I'll start blubbering like a baby, holding it in my hand. Because it means a lot to me, guys. Obviously, it means a lot to anybody who, sees something they did get published or so on and so forth. It's it truly is an experience that if you're a comic fan and you want to make your own comic, or you help somebody write theirs, or you're part of a production company, etc., and so forth, to see your contributions actually be shown, or to see them on the front page, is something otherworldly. I think there is a fear. I think for me there is a fear. I woke up kind of scared. I thought it was a regular day like before Baltimore Comic Con, and that startled me a bit because once I had kind of fully woken up and all that stuff, I was like, why did I think that when I first woke up? And I think it's just chemical imbalance in my head, guys. I've not been, because of all the cold weather and stuff like that and transitioning to spring. I think my mind and my body are just kind of telling me that the winter weather has worn on me. It has, guys. It's worn greatly on me. I think it's also, my sleep pattern is starting to get erratic again, which is not a good sign. In terms of, and by erratic, I mean, staying up till like, midnight or so. Like, I still stay up till like 12, till like, not 12, but like 11 to 11:30. But I've been trying to lessen that more and more. I try to at least go to bed right around like 11 or a little bit after it. So I find ways, guys. I find ways to work around it. But I will tell you guys this. I've had a lot of fun with doing all of these projects, turning all this stuff in. I'm very optimistic. I'm very positive. I think things will work out for the better. But I, guys, have rambled on for probably what feels like a good hour, maybe more. I didn't really provide much beyond crappy TV, like gameplay stuff, and I have a feeling that I'm probably going to get a strike from YouTube for showing gameplay footage of a game. Um, so other than that, and talking about Hooligan Alley, and talking a little bit about Hooligan Alley, all I'll say, guys, is um, go to Hooligan Alley Productions go to Hooligan Alley. I almost said .com. Go to Hooligan Alley Productions on Facebook. You can find Hooligan Alley Comics on Twitter. It's also a Twitter account. Hooligan Alley Comics, which is the main source still. Productions being our older one, but still JW puts stuff in there. And so on and so forth. But if any of you are aspiring writers or are writers and artists and what have you looking for work, you can find myself or JW Sims on Facebook. You can find me also on Twitter at the handle, Steve Kelly 07. I really don't want to say my Tumblr because I'm just now starting to get back into using my Tumblr. But Steve Kelly 07 I think is also my Tumblr. You'll know it because right now my current profile picture is Doctor Strange with a giant, like mystical Eye of Agamotto symbol behind him. You'll find that. You'll find it. It'll be there, guys. But anyway, I have taken up enough people's times, and I have rambled on, and I have not made sense, and I'm probably got dozens of trolls saying that I suck, that my voice sucks, that I'm monotone, that I need to learn to practice to speech, that I need to script my stuff. All those lovely, lovely comments that I always used to get, a year or two ago. But for those who have actually listened and have tried to stick it out, I do appreciate it, guys. I probably should not have started, something like this so late because I started this right around like 9 o'clock or so my time. Right within, like the eastern area. Excuse me, the eastern area. But I felt compelled, guys, to get, at least something out the way. And I felt like I had to at least try to plead with you guys just a little bit to try to get this stuff out the way. But I'm excited, guys. For those of you who have been following me for a while, this is exciting. I do need to, like this week or next week, actually get myself packed up. But I'm excited, guys. It's funny. You would think that even after like 2 or 3 months that I would still be like, used to this, but I'm not. And even if it is the indies, even if it is, like just one book, it means a lot to me that I got to this point. It really does. It means quite a lot to me. More than I think anybody really anticipates. Because I've always hinted at, and I've always, I think, sometimes on cam talked about a lot of my problems. a lot of my personal problems, a lot of my issues, I could say, like social issues. And I use that term with, sarcasm and, air quotes. But I truly am very excited, guys, to see where my travels take me next. I think we all, at some point in our lives, deserve a little bit of happiness, or at least have that one thing that we can stand back and go, I'm at least proud that I actually tried. And I did. I tried and I succeeded, guys. You can't ask for anything better than that. But I will stop the feed right here. And some of you can do your cartwheels, and the rest of you can just sit there and smile and go, okay, this was an okay video. Steve kind of focused more on the game and rambled around, his whole comic stuff. I'm going to probably end up doing another video talking a little bit more at length about Hooligan, because I feel like I really didn't get the point across in this video, and I feel like if I just do it as a solo, vlog, as opposed to trying to consolidate everything like I tried to do in this video, it'll make much more sense, and I won't have to worry about, trying to consolidate 2 or 3 things all at one time. But yeah, those in the PA area close to York, set your calendars, the 14th and the 15th. That's Saturday and Sunday. I will definitely be there. So with that, guys, I will catch you all on the flip side, and I will see you guys later. And in the words of probably everybody's favorite YouTuber, and I have to at least, infringe on his gimmick just a little bit, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.